non-domicile tax status, conditions to obtain this status. First and most important, you need to make sure that you haven't been living in Cyprus 17 out of the last 20 years. So if you are an individual from abroad or even a Cypriot who's been living in Cyprus recently and moved up abroad and then came back, they will not be granted this certificate. We need to prove that you've been working or living overseas and not in Cyprus at least 17 out of the last 20 years before you have applied for this certificate. That's number one. Number two is, of course, to show that you have economic ties with Cyprus. This usually means that you're either an employee here in Cyprus, but it doesn't make sense to be just an employee, or you are a shareholder here in Cyprus of a Cyprus company. Typically, this company could be your company because this is very common. We incorporate companies for our clients, we put them on the payroll, and of course they are the shareholders, directors, and company secretary. Having that will justify you as being a non-domicile, and most likely the Ministry of Finance will grant you with the certificate. To robust this application, to make this application even stronger, we need to show that you stay in Cyprus at least 60 days a year. These 60 days can be cumulative, can be scattered throughout the calendar year. So you can come in and fly out, you can come for a week, for 10 days, and fly away. What is important is that each year, each calendar year, because the tax returns in Cyprus are based on calendar years, and commonly this is a corporation tax period as well, January to December, you need to prove that you've been living in Cyprus for 60 days. Very important is to show that you have not been living anywhere else for more than 6 months. The 6 months rule is a universal law, it's a universal tax law, it applies everywhere in the world, and it's the rule of thumb really where all states or income tax authorities simply say that if we have a person who's been living at least half a year in my country, I want to tax them. So for the non-dom, the third very important parameter is to show that you've been living in Cyprus for at least 2 months, but you have not been living anywhere else for a 6-month period. This could be consecutive or scattered as well. Then the fourth thing that you will be asked, just to close the package for us and submit your application and be happy that you will get your non-domicile status, of course, to prove that you've been living here for the 2 months. You need either a rental agreement, electricity bills, or a car hire, or anything else that can show that you're a person who's been living in Cyprus. Of course, each case is different. People have, maybe they have a partner here in Cyprus, maybe they have friends, maybe they're married and they're traveling all over the world, but their wife is in Cyprus. Each case is totally different. That's why I said at the beginning, you need an experienced consultant like ourselves who's been dealing with this for many years and who can advise you accordingly on a step-by-step process. The application usually takes 2 to 3 months to be issued. In the past, it used to take longer. Now it's so streamlined by the Ministry of Finance and by the Income Tax Office that it's really fast. I would say 2 months you'll get it, maximum 3. And we will be more than happy to assist you. This is something that we're dealing with on a weekly basis. Feel free to drop us an email at kt@cyprusaccountants.com.cy. Check our website, check our articles on the matter, check our social media, just search for non-domicile and you're going to find lots of videos where we talk about this matter extensively. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.